sees it. So, yesterday we ran into way too many disturbances, way too much chaos with the channel. The channel has not been growing as hoped for. At first I had somebody helping me with editing, and now it's just me. And I got the YouTube books. I followed a schedule. I had a format. I tried to develop a niche. I aim to be as consistent and as much content put on the channel as possible. I kept it very censored and not offensive, not attacking, nothing like that, nothing nasty. And the channel doesn't grow. And now I have ran into the issue of not being able to upload at certain times. Meaning, when I go to upload a video, it'll say, would you like to schedule a time? When I go to schedule a time, it says, you've already scheduled this time in the past. Or you scheduled a time in the past. And I'm like, no, I haven't. Why would that be happening? So I kept doing it. I looked it up on ChatGPT. I checked the settings. Again, I went through AI. I checked the settings in my phone. I checked the settings according to my YouTube. And it says to go to the settings, go to general, check out synced in time in the telephone, then go to settings, check out general in YouTube, and look at Pacific or Eastern time zones. That doesn't even have that option on my channel for whatever reason. Now it's telling me to go to a desktop, so I switch to the desktop, and then it does nothing any different. So, enough is enough. I've done the thumbnails, I've done everything in my power to get the channel to grow. I've put in the work, I've put in the time, and it's not growing. So, organically, I'm obviously not meant to grow on YouTube. So, for those that have stayed consistent with the uploads and bared with me through the growth and the process, we've revamped at the channel, and we're going to be taking everything on this channel over to Twitter. We're going to X, formerly known as Twitter. I'm going to try it out there. So there'll be a little bit of format changes in regards to how to drive an audience to the channel, how to build so we can sell the screenplay. There'll be some exercises. So if you decide you want to get in shape, I'm also going to have a training regimen on the channel uploaded. I believe it's going to be 3 uploads a week, but YouTube, it's just done, man. This is the 3rd channel, and it has been a learning experience. If I'm brutally honest, it would take me a whole nother upload of an hour to complain, so there's no point. Sometimes you got to just move on. If what you're doing is not working and you keep repeating the same thing, it's the definition of insanity. You got to try something new. So we're going to go to a different format. I didn't want to do Twitter or Facebook or any of those social media feeds because I was concerned about looking at the feed, and I didn't want to be on social media and hooked the way I was like when I was on Facebook. But the only way I'm going to be able to continue the content for the journey of selling the screenplay is, I believe, through Twitter. And one thing I do know about Twitter is they are totally about free speech. They are not owned by another country, or somebody from another country. I don't know, maybe they don't use AI and they have actual humans working on it. This uses AI. Again, the past week with YouTube, and I'm not gonna look at other people complaining about it. I sent them 3 men, and they don't lose anything by losing me. Like, that's the reality. So to me, if I'm going to be somewhere where I can grow and potentially have my channel grow and upload, I at least need to see some consistency. Now, the consistency of putting videos up was partially rewarding because at least I knew I was being consistent. It wasn't, and I could learn. But now that I'm like blocked from being able to put up times, and I do know there's something going on with YouTube with the channel, because when I go and post on the community page, I can schedule a time and it goes right up on the scheduled time. But for whatever reason, on the videos, it's not letting me do it. And again, I have 2 jobs, 2 fucking jobs, and I have a life outside of doing this stuff, and there is no way that I am going to be able to depend that when I go and upload right at 8 o'clock and right at 5 o'clock when I usually did, that it would go through, because sometimes it takes 20 minutes to go through. So YouTube's done. I'm done with the YouTube channel. I'll still post on the community page. For those of you that have been following everything, I'm switching over to X. We're not done with As Jim Sees It. We're just done with YouTube as the format, because something's up. Something's weird. Yesterday, my feed was live, and my buddy texted me and said, "Hey man, your feed is not going through," and it was cutting off everything of everybody showing me, and I was just showing downtown where I was at, and it's like, I can't afford that. Like, I put a lot of energy and a lot of time. YouTube makes billions of dollars. There's no way that can be acceptable. And there's no way I'm going to spend my time trying to gain an audience for a format that can't do something as simple as have my feed go through. It's not going to be a thing. Because there's one thing I know that people will not click on. It's feeds that are all buzzy looking. It looks staticky. They can't stand it. It's agitating. And especially when it clips in and out is another one. People are like, hey. So my buddy texts me and goes, hey, nobody can see your feed. And it was showing, like, all of a sudden everybody disappeared. And I was like, I got so mad. I shut off the feed and then restarted it. And it went again. And I'm like, okay. So I don't know what it is. Again, I'm not organically growing. That's the number one thing. So we are switching the channel over to X, formerly known as Twitter. And every time we do a live feed, and for those of you that follow the channel, I'm going to post it on the community page for every time I get a chance for the YouTube, because I'm just going to put my energy into growing the social media presence on X, because it's just too frustrating. It's just too much. Even a couple days ago, man, it took 30 minutes to upload a video. Like, no, listen, I have to leave because of the issue of I'm still one of you. We're human beings. The issue of, you're just going to have to go over to the Twitter page, which I'll have all that stuff on the community page. I'm not ending the channel, but I'm just going to format over to Twitter, because something's up with YouTube. I don't trust the process of it anymore. I don't feel like it's a stable outlet for trying to create content. I don't. Something doesn't make sense. I'm doing everything A to Z. I'm keeping everything like super. That's funny, trader. I'm keeping everything super like down to earth. I'm not exploitative. I'm not being nasty to people. I'm just showing the journey of a story, and it's like, I shouldn't have trouble uploading the times. Something's happened to my channel to where it's just the videos. It won't let me upload the time. And again, nothing makes sense. What do you mean nothing makes sense? On the channel right now? Yeah, well, see, that's the issue. That's exactly what I'm talking about. If I'm saying a feed and speaking into a feed and it's garbled and screwed up and not making sense, that's an issue. That is not something I can afford. It's too much stress. I'm working 2 jobs, working on a screenplay, trying to sell the screenplay, traveling, making side money with Uber. I've got to rebuild the van here on the inside. Like, it's totally, totally crazy. So we're going to be switching the format over to X, formerly known as Twitter, and oh, that's funny. What's up, you little hairball? Hey, we're going to be switching the format, man. So anytime we have a video upload from now on, whether it be, what I'll do is I'll go on the community page and say, hey, we're going to post a live feed on X. And if you guys want to follow, we'll go over to X and just follow me over there. And we're gonna keep everything going through there, because it's just it's not okay anymore for YouTube. It's just not okay. It's not using and doing what it's supposed to be doing. It's not working with my goal. It's just not. The channel's not growing. So we're gonna go over to X, and that is the big announcement. That is the huge change. Also another thing, dude, like my shorts feeds, like I would put the stupidest things on shorts, right? I don't know. Yeah, I think that might be what it is. I don't know, but I also wondered if they thought I was a bot because I was uploading so much. So they kept me from uploading to see if I'm human. But listen, I'm not going to do that, man. Like, I do the work. Like, I do the work consistently for the YouTube channel. And if I'm going to get blocked from certain things, I'm just not. See, as soon as I say it, I lose all the people. It says 0. So, CC Motion 1998, what's up, man? Hey, we're going to be, I know you're on there pretty often. Shadow Company, what's up, man? Hey, so we're going to be switching, as Jim sees it's format, over to Twitter, formerly known as X. It's going to take about 3 to 4 weeks. So all the uploads of the journey from LA to trying to sell the screenplay to like the art stuff that's on the community page, the music that's going to be getting uploaded, to just all the things the channel's always been about. We're going to be pushing it over onto X because because the YouTube is not doing it. I'm not meeting the goal with YouTube. There's been an issue with the uploads in regards to times. Whenever I'm setting the times, it's saying that, and again, if you go to the beginning of the video, if you just came on, I talk about all the issues that were going on. I went through my phone. I checked out AI to see what the issue could be. I sent 3 emails to YouTube. They're not fixing the problem, but I can schedule things on the community post. So that tells me it's something on YouTube's end. I didn't break a community standard. I don't say and do stupid things on the channel. I never have. I've always kept it like totally chill. And whenever somebody starts getting stupid, you guys have seen it, I just ignore them. Or I block them from being able to look at the channel. And for whatever reason, the channel's not growing. I was getting regularly 1,000 views on the shorts feeds for doing nothing to 7, 6, and the channel's got to grow. I mean, it's like human nature. If you're working on something and it's not growing the way it needs to, you're not going to continue to work it. So, moving on. And it's no big deal. I'm grateful for everything I learned. I learned a lot about, I met Ray, who taught me about editing. I learned about art. You know what I mean? Had it not been for the programs with editing, I wouldn't have been able to make the art, the surreal art that I'm making. The journey of doing the van and building the van up, and all the things I wanted to do, and I set in my mind that I was going to do. I was able to record that on YouTube, but again, it's not when what you enjoy doing becomes stressful and it's something that you loved and fun. In my book, that's when it's time to move on. That's when it's okay. I'm done. Got the message. no longer doing this. Go to somewhere else. Plus, I'm a big Elon Musk fan. So I would rather, I'd rather upload my stuff on his format because I think he's a good person. I really do. And that's it. So just want to give you guys an update. YouTube told me you were being loco. That's funny. Well, I definitely wasn't being loco. I was just being myself. But yeah, so stay tuned. All right. And then that's the stupidest thing. I did this. That's another thing. I had a moniker. I had a logo. I had everything they did. It just doesn't grow. It doesn't grow. So I'm like, I'm done. No more. No more. I pushed as hard as I can push for as long as I can. And again, it's not even like I'm quitting because it's not getting where I want it to. It's because, no, YouTube is definitely not free speech. You can, if you go on, like when you start a channel, you can actually limit and censor people's speech on your channel. All you have to do is go in the settings and write down what people can say. You hashtag the language, and they actually cannot use those words in the message. See, right now, I just got a message that said this message is held for review, because there was certain ones that I put on there. I'm like, all right, well, let's see. So there was certain words like, I was like, the word violence. If anybody puts the word violence, I want it to be held for review. And then when they do it, it'll show that down here on my thing. So listen, everybody, YouTube ain't free speech, dude. The people, the channels that you watch, the content creators can actually go in and write down and block the words that you say, which can actually create a form of like socialization to where only a certain group of people goes to certain feeds based on the algorithm. So it sounds like the book 1984 might be very real. So I think this whole thing happening is actually going to be really good because, again, I'm not a person that's like, say whatever you want. I don't do that because I say really asinine things sometimes. But if other people have free speech, that's their right. That's what America was like. That's one of the foundations of America is free speech. So, I'm not on that. I'm not on that at all. So, again, it's a new feature on YouTube where people are able to block the words that you use in the messages, the community pages, things of that nature. Let's say you're a Republican and you want to say something about Trump and they want to block Trump. If you say it, it gets blocked on their page and nobody can see it, right? And you don't even know because they don't say, hey, this person has you blocked. And if or maybe they do, I don't know that. Maybe they do, but they tell it to the person. No, I didn't try Rumble. The reason I'm going to go with Twitter is I really believe that Elon Musk is a good person. And I'll tell you why I think Elon Musk is a good person. There was a video where he met one of his heroes. And I'm not going to say his hero's name because he embarrassed Elon. And he was really disrespectful to him. So I ain't giving that guy any credit. But Elon met his hero. And the guy, told him, everything that Elon was doing was bullshit and da-da-da-da-da. And, dude, Elon started crying in the interview. And then I knew right there, I'm like, you know what? He's a good guy. He's got to be a good dude. Nobody that's that vulnerable and that has a hero would cry like that. So that's when I became an Elon Musk fan. Then I look at all the stuff that he does. Dude, everything he does is try to make life for future humans easier. If that's your motive on living and creating, I don't care. How do you find something wrong with somebody like that? So I'm going to support that. That's what I want to be a part of. That's just me. So I'm going to X. I'm really excited. It's going to be a process. It's probably going to be, chintzy, hopefully, because I learned a lot and I knew what to do with YouTube and I don't know what to do with with X, and so that's what's going on, everybody. That is the update on the channel. So we're not quitting the channel, we're just quitting YouTube, because YouTube is controlling speech, and that's a fact. If you're a content creator, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you're not a content creator and you want to post certain things, you can't. So that is not, like, where I'm from, that don't fly. And the times. But I'm glad it happened. So, all right, everybody, stay tuned. Plenty more coming. We're headed over to X, and the new plan, same content, same talking with everybody, saying what's up, the journey of how to sell a screenplay, and it's not even going to be a how-to, because that's stupid, right? I didn't, like, come into YouTube like, oh, I need to do a how. No, it's going to be the journey of trying to sell a screenplay. Got 42 more weeks left. Again, we're going to be taking a break from uploading videos because they won't let me schedule them on YouTube for some reason. It's blocked. But yeah, we'll see you on the live feeds. We'll see you on the community page. We will always post Twitter stuff on the YouTube community page. Later.